Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be working on my wife's 2017 WRX. And specifically, we're going to be installing these SL1 Diode Dynamic headlight bulbs. One of the things my wife doesn't care for on the WRX are the stock halogens. They're just really not very bright. And as we get older, we can't see as well at night. So we're going to try these out. I ended up ordering these from Prolightz.com. They're a company out of Canada. If you saw my last video, you'll remember that they sent me a set of SS3 fog lights for my Crosstrek. I got the yellow version. They also come in white. And if you head over to that website and you're from the United States, just make sure you click the correct currency or the prices are going to seem very high to you. But you can get 10% off over there still by using code RIC10 if you're interested in picking up these for your car, or if you want to get the fog lights for your Crosstrek. They are amazing, incredibly bright. So check out that video if you haven't seen it. My understanding of these are very straightforward to install. We might have to remove a few little things out of the engine bay to get to the bulbs, but we'll see how that goes. But inside, you're basically just going to find the little drivers for the lights and the two bulbs, and they're supposed to be just straightforward plug and play. With the Crosstrek, in the other video, you had to decide you had to find out which bulbs you actually had, because there's different little adapters that you need depending on which bulbs. So let's get these installed and see how they look. I will try to give you some footage from inside the garage here on what the stock bulbs look like. It's daytime right now, and I haven't had a chance the last few days. Everything's been real busy trying to get some video of the lights stock, but I will show you what the new bulbs look like tonight after I get them installed, and I'll give you, like I said, at least some footage inside the garage where it's pretty dark so you get a general idea. Let's take a quick look at what you're going to need to remove to make this job a lot easier. You may be able to reach these lights if you have tiny forearms and hands, but my guess is not many people will be able to do that. So you're going to need to loosen your battery holder here, and then you don't need to do anything with the back one, but if you loosen this one, this is going to have to rotate and pull up. You're going to have to disconnect it from where it attaches underneath. Slide the battery that way, because basically we have to get our hand back in through here, pull the bulb, and then plug it in and unplug it as well. So this definitely has to move. For the passenger side, you're going to need to remove this little air collector. So rotate these and then pop them out. This will come right out. You're also going to have to use remove this 10 millimeter here. Take that off. And then there's another 10 millimeter down there. You need both of those. Disconnect these, pull the air box out carefully. You have to go back first to get this post to go that way, and then rotate it out. And then that'll give you enough room to get to the bulb, which is buried back there, which is very hard for me to get a shot of. These ones up front, these other ones that are obviously more accessible, those are the high beams. So we're doing the low beams today. And so basically I just used 10 millimeter socket. I used an extension for that lower nut. And then you're going to need a standard screwdriver head to get those guys right here. So I have both of the battery posts pulled. I just moved the battery over. And you have to stick your hand in here and basically just rotate the bulb counterclockwise. It's not difficult. And then you just use this little tab here. You just push the top. It says it's a little clip, and the bulb comes right off. The Diode Dynamic ones will plug right in here, and you just rotate the bulb back in. Okay, so the bulb kind of sits in there like this. So when you put it in, you want it to be kind of turned like that, and then it rotates down. It's a little bit tricky to get it lined up because you don't have a whole lot of room. You can kind of feel it when the little ears slide into place, and then it's just a rotate down. And then once you do that, you just need to plug in your attachment here. And again, these are polar, these plugs, so they need to go in. If you, once we plug it in here, we're going to test it, and if it's not working, you just rotate it 90 degrees. Or I'm sorry, 180 degrees, and double check. And this battery really is a pain as far as room here. Trying to get a spot where I can get my hands together. There we go. We are clicked in, so I'm gonna just try that real quick. All right, so you can see, as you can see, it's not working, so we're just gonna unplug that, rotate it, and try it again. And bingo. It's a little bit of a pain for such an easy job. I'm gonna button that side up and we'll do the other side. All right, the battery's back in place. So now we're gonna move over, just taking this little guy off and seeing what we can see with this. So again, these ones you kind of just turn them and that little thing will pop. A little bit different than the other one, but hey, we got them out without breaking anything. That's a bonus. And that just kind of pulls out, which is lovely. All right, so our low beam is still buried over here. So I got to remove this to get to it. So let's take a closer look at what we need to remove. I just wanted to show you before I got carried away here. There's a 10mm nut you have to remove here that allows the box to go back. And then you see there's another 10mm down there that we need to remove to get this to come out. So that's what I'm doing right now. I would like to point out that this is my wife's filter. So that's lovely. Wow. Lots of interesting little bugs in there. So I will be cleaning that. So now we have some room and we can get over to that bulb over there. So here we are again. We're going to rotate it this way, counterclockwise. Pull that right out of there. And then there's just a little tab, squeeze and pull. Once that quarter turn that one in, we're going to try this light now. Plug it in. No go. Well, it's a good thing I'm not playing the lottery right now because I would have lost twice.